Yeah. The land of confusion. There's too many men, too many people making too many problems, and there's not much love to go around. Can't you see this is the land of confusion? And it is. It is very much the land of confusion. People are off the rockers, they're kind of going insane. And we have this huge, huge spiritual work that's going on. And I'll explain kind of what's happening in my own personal experience. And that was a relationship that I had for many years. I ended, and I ended it. It's a very long, drawn out story. It started when I was in my teens. I met this person. I felt like it was love at first sight. He went his separate way. I went my separate way. And I always had like this lingering feeling, like throughout my entire life, like something went wrong. Like it wasn't supposed to be that way. And it was just always nagging at me, pulling at me. And I, even at times, I thought, what in the hell is wrong with me? Why am I so, obsessed with this person who was a great guy? Don't get me wrong, he was a great guy, but he wasn't anything real special. And later, about, 10 years ago, we did have one encounter when I was like in my early 20s. And then about 10 years ago, we had another encounter, and we ended up getting together. And I remember thinking the whole time that we were together, like I had this feeling like he wasn't himself. He was somebody else. He was very sullen, very moody. He used to be this just vibrant person, full of life and just cracking jokes. He loved he loved pickup lines. He thought that was like the greatest thing in the world, and they were all corny. They were nothing that anybody really wanted to hear. But you couldn't help but be charmed by him. And he was just a very different person. And Lily, I kept thinking that it was age. It's an age thing. But even that didn't really satisfy me. And my intuition was flaring up periodically and making me question it. And then I thought, well, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And I kept thinking to myself that he was very different. He wasn't the same person, and I was constantly like trying to figure out why, but I couldn't quite get it. And I think I know he was a karmic connection, obviously. So I think that probably I was clouded by something in that karmic connection, so that I wouldn't really figure it out. But over the years, my intuition continued to grow, and his attitude just got worse and worse and worse. And I finally realized that the reason that I was experiencing all these things was because he was possessed by a demon. And I think there's 3 different types of people: humans, not talking spirit, humans, human demons, and human angels. Those are the basics. I think, angels are reborn into, the human population. And there are also demons that are in into, integrated into the human population as well. And I don't think that's a birth thing. I think it comes from trauma, addictions, um, substance abuse, uh, different triggers that we have in our life that cause uh, a demon to take over somebody's person, somebody's personality, somebody's feelings. And I think key signs to that are things like needing to hide away, not socially interacting, not laughing, not smiling, not being happy, not enjoying life, enjoying other people, um, all those types of things. Substance abuse, I think, goes hand in hand with that. And I think that in many cases will attract demons. So, anyway, my point is that in this time, in this life that we're in, we're making this shift from 3D to 5D, and we are under crazy, massive attacks by demons. And they're making people very angry, and they're making them very depressed, and they're making them very sullen and feeling like they need to hide away and not interact with the world. And substance abuse, alcohol, drugs, whatever, that can go along with it. Anger, sadness, depression, anxiety, you name it. Bad attitude, just an in general negative bad attitude. So if you notice people around you that are like that, and sadly, there are so many people that are like that. We're in this political arena, which is difficult, and people are reading the news and they're watching things that are going on, and a lot of people will attribute, what's going on to that situation that's happening in our world today. But that's not necessarily the case. You can watch politics, you can get involved in politics, you can see the things that are going on in the world, but that doesn't mean that it has to affect your attitude or you become extremely negative about everything that's going on. If you're feeling that, or somebody in your life is feeling that, then the tendency is you might actually have a demon, and you might not know it. And you can get healing for these demons, but one thing that you can do pretty simply is, like if it's somebody that's in your house, there's a thing called healing frequencies. And there's different ones. There's God frequency, there's a pineal gland frequency, there's third eye, there's chakra balancing, so on and so forth. You can put these on as background music in your day-to-day existence, day-to-day life. And they will help. They will help. So like if somebody's in the house and they're just cranky and you just can't You know, get through to them to make them be content, be happy, uh, be peaceful. You can play these at a fairly low frequency and just see what kind of effect it has. A lot of times it will assist. It will help if you are struggling with some of these issues yourself. Headphones, your phone, stick those in. YouTube, you can go to, I don't know, there's meditation, something or other that has a bunch of them. I wouldn't do the live ones, do the non live ones. But you can put these headphones in, you can put headphones in at night and you can listen to them throughout the night if you can sleep in headphones, or you can listen to them during the day. If you're at the gym, you know, you're walking, whatever, gardening, whatever you're doing. And they they are they are healing frequencies. They will help you um, get a better attitude, get a better outlook, and it does it miraculously. So, yoga. I've been doing yoga for many, many years, but I had stopped doing yoga because I was so busy doing the gardening and herbs and all that kind of stuff. So I wasn't doing it. And one day I said, well, I got to get back to yoga. I have to, you know, I got to focus. I got to get back to it. And I tried, and it was like, it was horrible. It was like I'd never done yoga in my entire life. And I'm extremely flexible. But it was like I hadn't done it in my entire life. Never. And it just drained me. It was like after I got done doing it, I was tired and I just wanted to sleep the next day. Oh, God. Anyway, I started doing these um, healing frequencies, and I went to do yoga one day. I've probably been doing it maybe about a week. And I had so much strength in my body. It was shocking. Shocking. I mean, every single pose, it was like 20 years ago when I was doing yoga full time. And I didn't expect that. I just didn't think that. I felt better, but I didn't think it had that big of an impact on my physical. And I had not done any physical based frequencies. I had only done like the pineal and the third eye. So that's a testament to how fabulous it was. I mean, it was just fabulous. The next day, I didn't wake up and I wasn't exhausted. I wasn't tired to the point where I just couldn't even function. I mean, prior to doing these frequencies, I would do yoga. The next day, I would wake up and I could just barely drag myself out of bed. I just felt like absolute hell. It took me 2 days to recover. Then I do yoga again. It was another 2 days to recover. I mean, it was terrible. So, long story short, healing frequencies will help. It will help you physically. It will help you mentally. It will help you emotionally. You really, if you're struggling with any kind of depression or, hider syndrome, I gotta hide away, I can't be around people, I just feel like shit, then you need to do this. You need to try it. You might also consider doing a healing for like a spiritual healing, maybe a Reiki healing, but I would definitely look into somebody who has experience with chakra healing. And be gentle with yourself. Try to love yourself. Loving yourself is the key to demons and all these evil entities not being able to take up your space. You want to be in the highest vibration you can possibly be, and you want to do it diligently, and you want to safeguard it. You don't want to be walking around just, hanging out with people who are angry and negative, because that will affect you. And I wanted to make a note about social media. Sorry, my baby. Social media. You want to be really careful about, YouTube and instant messaging, things like that. You want to be really careful about what you're watching. You don't want to be dragging information or, bad energy in. You can scan it, and see, like, oh my God. One day I saw a video, ouch, God. I saw a video of this. It was a video of two people. I'm not going to say who they are. They're famous. And they were doing this dance. And the woman, she had this look in her face. And it was a demonic ritual is what it was. And this video was all over the internet. And it was obvious to me only because I have a background in that type of thing. I saw 2 minutes of it and shut it off because I didn't want to be affected. She cut me. I didn't want to be affected by it. So be really careful about what you're watching on the internet. There's a lot of stuff out there that is presented as very benign, not a big deal, blah, blah, blah. But there's like a million demons attached to it just waiting to like dig in on you. Healing frequencies. You can go on YouTube. I don't know if Rumble has any, but you want to listen to the healing frequencies. That is a key. And make sure that the energy that you're putting out is that of love, compassion, and kindness. Don't be going out there and cutting people up on comments, making horrible comments and saying bad things about people, because you're just feeding the demonic activity. And then even worse, I mean, you're going to get people who leave negative comments because, I don't know, they're jealous or they just like being mean or whatever. But even worse than that is to get on a video, like you're doing a video, like I'm sitting here doing this video. If I started talking about every single negative comment that was put on my page and giving a rebuttal about that, that is unacceptable behavior. Unacceptable. You are literally, if you have 500,000 subscribers, you are taking all that negative energy and you're throwing it in everybody's face. And it just pisses me off. Please refrain. Blow it off. You don't know who these people are. You don't even know that they're actually people. You blow it off. You don't take something negative coming into you and then turn around and throw it in the face of 500,000 people. It's unacceptable. So if you're a content creator, please don't do that, because you're literally subjecting people to a bunch of negativity and a bunch of demons. Sorry. Anyway, that was everything I had to say. Uh, if you like this, comment down below, or if you have something to say that's positive, please. I know there's going to be negative people, but that's okay. But try, really try in your daily life to be loving, kind, compassionate. If there's a little old lady who's going into the door, wait, hold the door for her. If there's somebody struggling, they're having a hard time, give them 5 to 10 minutes of your time to speak to them, because everybody is having problems right now. Real quick, there was a girl, I left my house, went around the corner. There was a girl, and she was sitting on the side of the road. She was kind of like on the curb, obviously, but she had this very, I don't know, it's hard to tell. She kind of had a hood over. She had this coat on. Anyway, I was heading to the post office, and I went to the post office, and I turned around and came back, and I said, if she's still there, I'm gonna talk to her. And I pulled up and I asked her if she was okay, and she said she was very cryptic, but I knew exactly what she was talking about. This poor girl was possessed. She had demons. She was beautiful. She had this absolutely gorgeous face. She had this hoodie on, and it was black, and you could just barely see her face underneath the hoodie. And I asked her, if she was doing okay, if there was anything I could do to help. She started talking. She was talking in very like cryptic, riddled type conversation. But I knew exactly what it was. I could feel it. And I told her, you need to tell the demons to go the hell away. Go away and leave you alone. She said, I can't feel my family anymore, my loved ones who have passed on. She couldn't feel them anymore. She had no connection to them. That is demonic possession. And you would be shocked at how common that is. So going about your day, please be kind, be nice. If you suspect yourself or somebody in your family has a problem, reach out, search, find somebody who can help. Yeah, it's important. It's really important, because there's a great deal of people out there that have problems, and it's sadness, depression, anxiety, anger, and you see it really clearly on social media. So please don't spread it. Help combat it. Love to all.